to How Adoption Works. I'm Joseph Sandagato, Director of Communications and Public Relations for MARE. How Adoption Works are shorter episodes including frequently asked questions and topics that we don't cover on the main AdoptED podcast. This is supposed to be quick, so I'm going to move it right along and start the show. I'm welcoming back from my team, Jeremy Smith and Katie Beach. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm glad that we get to be back in the studio. So today we're going to talk about internships at MARE. And I know in the past we've talked about volunteers, and Katie, you and I had a conversation about specific volunteers for like photo and video, but really today we're talking about internships. So with that in mind, I'm going to ask you guys to help kind of describe some of the internships because you either supervise or co-supervise some of these internships with me. So why don't I start, Jeremy, with the video production intern?
Yeah, absolutely. So our video production internships are really a great learning opportunity, whether you are currently a student, recently a student, just looking to learn and get hands-on experience with actually making videos. And you will help us make videos, specifically our video snapshots.
Right.
So, small little documentary vignettes of who these kids are, what makes them so amazing, as a way to help families connect with these kids. So it's really a great way to get out in the field, get your hands dirty editing, and then working with me and kind of shaping, how can we best tell this particular kid's story and learning how to get that feel for the story and do that edit. We've had so many interns come through and go on to do film school. People move out to California to do script writing, leads to all sorts of different things. So it's really a great opportunity.
Well, as you're talking about that, there's two things that come to mind. So the first is what I say to every intern. What do I say to every intern, Katie?
It's not just grabbing coffee and sandwiches.
Exactly. We have real practical. Our team internships are real working internships. So that leads me to my second point, Jeremy, with yours. We have people that come from various levels of education. They are in, they could, be a junior or a sophomore or a senior. They could be just out of school and, getting practical experience. So we have varying levels of experience. And the way that you've structured out this internship, you've got a lot of guidance. It's pretty malleable. You can help and guide the process for them, right? So I think those are all important things to know. We're not looking necessarily for, the next, can I say Steven Spielberg?
Sure.
Does that land?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. I mean, if Steven Spielberg is listening.
We welcome his input. Yes.
We do welcome
Come intern with us, Steven. You would be great.
Exactly. All right. So then, so our team is divided into digital media and traditional media. So that's the digital media side. How about, let's talk about the communications and public relations intern position, Katie.
Yeah, so this internship is great for college students or those, like Jeremy said, if they're looking for like a career shift or if they're just passionate about the work and just want like the learning opportunity, comms and PR. You would work with the media, with me. You could, get your hands on writing press releases, really kind of helping out with the outreach that we do in the community. We do a lot of interviews with families for our adoption stories. A lot of interns like doing that. It gives them a really great experience.
It's a solid writing experience.
Very broad, solid experience. So
and working with the community to find resources in the community to support all of the work you're doing. Yeah. And then we have a third intern position, and it's an intern position that I work very closely with, so I'll talk about the social media intern. We have, over the course of the past 3 years, as we've been working as a team, have really ramped up our social media engagement and our level of engagement with the community. So we have an entire internship that's based around social media, and that internship is very unique. It works across multiple channels and works in partnership with the team and is directly supervised by me. And that person basically interacts with people on social media, helps to drive some of the content in certain internships. They might be planning campaigns and doing some direct work. Also, working in conjunction with both of your two internships. We've had a lot of intersectionality between these internships.
Yep, absolutely.
Definitely.
And because we're not a getting coffee and sandwiches kind of internship, right? We allow them to explore the ways in which they can work together sometimes, depending upon the time of year. So that kind of brings me to, when do these happen? So we typically say that you get the most out of an internship. If it can be multiple semester, that's great. We sometimes have people who are with us during the summer and stay through the fall, or they come in during winter intersession and stay with us through the spring, people who do spring and fall. So we're pretty adaptable in terms of that, right? I mean, I always think that internships are about teaching some skills, and then in exchange having the student demonstrate those skills, and really, helping with productivity. And that's the way in which we balance this out. It's important.
Yeah, and I would really say these really are such a great opportunity if you want real world skills and get an experience of what an office environment is like, what the nonprofit scene can be like, and even just general exposure to child welfare. It's a wealth of knowledge you can really gain from doing things like this. Yeah.
And we're talking about on this side. So you talked about the technical skills on your side, Jeremy. I think for both social media and traditional communications in PR, the typical profile is business student, marketing student, communications student, journalist. Journalism is a major that fits. There are courses that are being taught in social media in terms of creating communities. So if that's sort of your leaning.
Yeah, I would definitely say too, as far as soft skill as well, is really kind of being energetic, being very comfortable with, talking with the community.
Interviewing people.
For our fall interns, we do our State House legislative project. So that is a lot of outreach to them, making connections with them. So I feel like that's important.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just for the sake of, I'm supposed to keep this brief, so although the three of us could talk about our internships all day, I just want to mention the two other internships here at MARE. One is child services, and that's traditional child welfare. Social work is typically the plug-in to that particular internship. We do have a posting right now up, Jeremy, correct?
Yes, we currently do.
And then we also have our family support services area also has an internship. And within that, there's also faith-based work going on. So I know that we've had interns both who are maybe more social work family side, others who are more faith-based, sometimes one of each. So we don't currently have a posting up for that, but if that's your interest level, please, contact us. We certainly would love to, to provide you with resources.
Absolutely.
As we wrap this up, last thoughts about internships, different than volunteering.
Yes.
Yeah. Different than volunteering, it's more of a consistent commitment. And I know sometimes we do have people who reach out to us and say, I'm interested. I have some office skills. Could I, help every once in a while in the office? And we just don't really have opportunities for that. But if you're someone who kind of wants a longer form experience to learn office skills, then these internships are a perfect fit for you.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and we are able to work with colleges to give credit, and it's really experiential, right? So
exactly.
Wonderful. Well, that's a pretty quick primer on MARE internships, and hopefully we've given enough information to make people think about this. If you or someone in your sphere is looking for an internship, we hope that you'll consider MARE. For more information about our internships, anything about MARE, visit us at mareinc.org. We appreciate your investment in our show. And just a reminder that if you like us, one of the best things you can do to help keep us going with the work is to listen, rate us on your platform of choice, and share with others who would benefit from the content. And if you have a show topic for either the main podcast or these shorter episodes, please email me at joes@mareinc.org. I'd love to hear from you. This is Joe Sandagato from MARE, wishing you a wonderful day, and thanks for listening.